students, welcome back to our class. Today we will be looking at the last topics of Unit 1, different voices, different times. The topics are voices, finding out about flashback, create voice for at the museum. So let us look at our first topic, voices. Voices in the museum, given in page 21, tells the same event from three different points of view. But a fourth person is also mentioned in the events. So here we have to piece together voice 4 by inference during reading or role play. You can record your voice reading aloud each voices, that is voice 1, voice 2 and voice 3, or you can do a role play on it with your siblings, as it is not possible for you to do so with your classmates now. The different voices tells the events that happen in parallel rather than in sequence. So, if you are to make a timeline, read the voices, find out what happens first, then construct the timeline. Draw the timeline with caption notes above and below. Above, example, the purple coat arrives. Below, that comes off shift. Next, above, write the next caption. So this is how you make a timeline. Now, if you are to write a profile for each voices, we can use a mind map. Example, make these columns. In the first column, write the voices, voice 1, voice 2 and voice 3. In the next column, write the sex. Next column, the age. Then the next column, type of person. And in the last column, the evidence from the text. So now, when we looked at the first voice, that is voice 1, we have written here female. How do we know that the voice 1 is a female? We get the evidence from the text where voice 2 refers her as a lady. So she is a female. Voice 1 is a female. When we come to the age, we don't know the age. The year is not given. But from here, since she is regarded as a lady, we can say that she is an adult. So likewise, we filled up these columns taking the evidence from the text, and we make a profile of the different voices. Standard English is the correct format style used in books, newspapers, official documents and business. So in writing, we should use complete sentence, paragraph, correct grammar and punctuation, but do not use colloquialism such as contraction or slang. As you read through the different voices in the museum, we find that voice 1 uses the most correct English. The evidence we find from the text are her way of dressing and her behavior and what she thinks. Voice 2 uses the least standard English, which implies that he has regional accent or his job does not require him to use standard English. Voice 3 reflects the voice and writing of a teenager in the use of the terms so. She does not use S-O, so, but she uses S-O-O-O, so. It goes on. So, these are the terms that she uses. She also uses contraction, idiomatic expresses, nickname, and ellipsis. Ellipsis is used at the end of voice tree to allow readers to imagine what happened when the purple coat arrived. Now, our second topic, finding out about flashback. A flashback is a storytelling technique where authors interrupt the main story to go back to events that happened earlier. Flashback can be the narrator's memories or separate events, but they always tell the reader something important connected to the main story. As you read through Voices in the Museum, you will find some flashbacks. Our next topic, create voice for at the museum. In Voices in the Museum, 3 characters narrated the event, but a 4th character is also part of the story. Here, we have to build voice for by the clues, using the clues found in the story. Now, to create a profile of voice for, we can ask questions like, who is voice for? How is he linked to the other characters? The next question, did he want to visit the museum? How do you know? The third question, what did he do and whom did he meet? The fourth question, why did he keep glancing at the woman in the purple coat? Once you get the answer of these questions, you will be able to identify voice for. After you are able to identify voice for, you can plan and write a flashback for voice for as an activity. This activity is given in page 24, question number B, number 1. The steps to follow are given in the text. When you follow the steps, you will be able to plan and write a flashback for voice for. So, in this unit, different voices, different times, we learned about prologue, the techniques used, the identifying and comparing moods, phrases and sentences, word classes, homograph, review dialogue, different voices, flashback, and to identify and create voice for. With this, we come to the end of our unit. So, meet you in our next class. Until then, take care and stay safe. Thank you.